You know, in fifth grade, I believed that every single Friday, something bad, something negative was going to happen to me. It was a feeling just in my gut. So every Friday, maybe I would, I don't know, drop my food at lunch. I would forget my homework. It would be raining and we wouldn't be able to go to a restaurant I wanted to go to. I just had a feeling that something bad was going to happen. And you know what? More times than not, I was correct. Something negative did happen to me on Friday. I even told it to some of my friends, like, yeah, no, I think I'm cursed. Like, every single Friday, something bad happens to me, no matter what. To the point where I was bracing for it on Thursday. And like, okay, I need to make sure that I don't get my hopes up too high because I know something bad is going to happen tomorrow. And you may think that this is a bit silly, but doing some research on this, I found out that this is something called a self-fulfilling prophecy. You may have heard of it. Basically, this sociologist, Robert Merton, he found that if you believe something negative will happen to you, it is more likely to happen. Because of course, there was no actual scientific theory to prove that every Friday something bad was going to happen to me. It was purely just my belief, my mindset. Because there's this quote from Marcus Aurelius that says that the soul is dyed by the color of your thoughts. And if my beliefs and thoughts was that, yes, something bad is going to happen, then of course, the things that I see around me will reflect that. Because nothing is inherently good or bad. No action that happens to you is good or bad unless you believe it is. So then it makes sense that I would be thinking, oh yeah, that was a bad thing that happened to me. Yep, there it is, just Friday, bad luck, you know? And this has been studied by other scientists as well. I believe there was a study on teachers and how their belief on if their students were competent or not actually revealed that the students they believed would be more competent ended up being more competent, and the students that they believed were a lost cause or not that competent ended up being less competent. And of course you could argue that, oh well, it was just the teacher being proven correct. But I'd argue that because the teacher believed it, then they looked for behaviors that confirmed it, you could say. Same thing, another study was done, I believe, on parents about whether or not their child was taking drugs or doing alcohol drinking. And if they believed they were, then they were more likely to see evidence that confirmed this. Whereas if they did not believe that the child was doing it, then they didn't see evidence for it. And I believe that the alcohol drinking was not even that much of a factor from the kids. It was purely the parents' perspective. So the idea that our thoughts paint our reality is so true. We think that our minds are this sacred space where we're viewing everything around us objectively, but we're not. I'd say more times than not, we are looking at everything around us subjectively. And why would negativity be any different from that? So what can you do? Because I know I didn't just say this to say, yeah, no, your mind is, subjective, deal with it. I think that there are many things that you can do about this. For starters, I know this is going to sound so basic, so vague, you've heard it before, but it works. Gratitude journaling. Writing down things that you perceive as good. Because remember, nothing is inherently good or bad. It's all up to you. So just choose to focus on what you believe is good. Write down things that you're grateful for, your laptop, your hair, your fingernails, your teeth, your home, your clothing, everything around you to be grateful for. And then just throughout your day, you notice things like, I'm very glad that I live in a country where I don't have to fear for my life when I'm walking down the street, Next up is, I know this is going to sound very cringe, but just out loud say things that you're happy about, that you're grateful for, that you're happy about yourself with. You know what? I'm very happy that I am a hard worker, you know? I'm very happy I can work with my hands on tough stuff. I'm very happy that I have the ability to speak. It doesn't matter if you think this is cringe, if you think that, oh, this is kind of goofy. Again, it's been proven that things that you say and believe affect your reality as well as yourself. So why not just make sure what you're saying is positive to have a better effect on yourself? You literally lose nothing. And if you genuinely think that this is useless, I can tell you definitely have a fixed mindset. What you need is a growth mindset. Somebody who will try whatever to grow. They will grow much more than you will. So you're free to not try any of this advice, but just know that there's a person out there who is in a similar position to you that will. And you're not going to do as well as them if you don't leave behind this idea of, oh, well, this is cringe, or I'm not going to do this because of whatever arbitrary reason. Anyway, another thing that you should really try focusing on is not watching as much doomer content, as I say, because that content really just puts you in such a negative mood. Trust me, I've gone down that hill multiple times, watching a bunch of comments about how women hate men, about black pill, about, like, I don't know, World War III on the horizon, politics. It just saps your life energy, man. It's crazy. So I just don't really feel like you should be watching that stuff. I think that guys like us, we have, I don't mean to sound arrogant, but I think we're above that. We don't need to be watching this stuff. Another thing, that this is just a small one. You can try this, you don't have to. But I think watching the sunrise is such a sobering and present experience. It just puts you in a state of awe, you know? And I think if you can just sit outside every now and then, watching the sunrise, maybe if you do want to have your phone, you don't need to do this, but you can just play some like peaceful Minecraft music or something, then it just really makes you so grateful to be alive. And ultimately, that's a great way to start any day. Forget about how, oh, today's gonna be bad because I can just feel it. No. The sunrise is beautiful. This is an amazing start to my morning. And I think it's gonna be a great day. That's my belief now, so I hope you can adopt it. And you know what? I think if we did this more often, that we as a collective, us, this group of people, could grow more. Because there is a struggle going on right now with guys our age. That loneliness is killing us. Literally, it's been proven. Studies have shown that loneliness can be a bigger contributor to mental and physical decline and even death, more than smoking, more than drinking, more than obesity. So the idea that we need friendship, that we need connection, isn't subjective. It's not up for debate. It is true. So please help me. Subscribe. Subscribe. Join our movement. Then we can bring this message to more and more people. And hopefully we can lift this fog that's surrounding us, this isolating wave. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. So take action, learn from failure. See ya.